On innovations. When the fashion for setting up science parks around universities, for example Cambridge, was at its height, St John's College in Cambridge set up on one of the science parks the St John's College Innovation Centre. And this is quite a good name for what they were trying to do, because innovations, which have always interested me, are a specific feature of our Western scientific technological society. People often differentiate innovations from inventions, macro inventions and minor innovations. A macro invention would be something like the discovery of the clock or steam engine or something like that, or in science some fundamental law, Boyle's law, or work of Einstein. Those are macro events and inventions, and then they ripple out and affect all sorts of disciplines and go on through history, having a deep effect. Innovations are more limited both in the sphere of their activities, so you would have a particular field in medicine or computing, and you would have an innovation. You would discover a new chip, or you discover a new cure to a new disease. And so they are more restricted, and their impact, though considerable within their specific sphere, is limited. And what tends to happen is that, particularly in the kind of society we now live in, innovations are happening very rapidly in many fields, because there is some macro breakthrough like the discovery of DNA, and then within medicine and biology you have thousands and thousands of innovations, the sort of things you can patent. You can't really patent an invention, although they may talk about it, but it's so large that it's not within patentable range, and often it's pretty obvious once you've explained it, and therefore not open to patenting, whereas innovations, you can explain what they are and then get a patent for them. So the thousands of new patents that are being taken out every month or year in the world are a reflection of this great innovative surge. And sometimes when I'm thinking about the difference, I persuade myself that there are some civilizations and societies which are able to create great inventions, that is, things that change the world at a very high level. And two that spring to mind are Britain, several, particularly those associated with the Industrial Revolution and the Steam Revolution, and later certain things like the splitting of the atom and the discovery of DNA. Those are things that happened in Britain, and they happen in a number of European countries and in America. And they are things which in the past have happened a number of times in China, the great inventions of the clock and gunpowder and the compass and movable type printing and so on. Those are macro inventions. More recently, China went through a period without making those inventions, but I think now, when we look back, we will find that they are great inventors again. Whereas there are other countries, and what springs to mind is Japan, who are wonderful innovators. Japan traditionally took some invention that had occurred elsewhere, like pottery or sword making, and then brought it into the country and innovated. They made better swords, they made better pottery, they made better bow releases or whatever it was. And they did that throughout their history, and again with the surge of import of Western technologies and ideas from the later 19th century, and particularly after the Second World War, it's difficult to decide exactly whether something like the Walkman or some of the innovations in car manufacture or computing in Japan are inventions. I think they're on the borderline, but they're certainly very, very good at taking something and innovating and making it better. And that is why my university at Cambridge is a great innovative centre as well, because there is a great store and stock of knowledge and expertise and interdisciplinary work that has gone over the centuries, and particularly in the late 19th and 20th century, and some macro inventions. And then on the science parks, these are innovated into amazing new medical, computing, or other innovations.